Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
Hey everybody! Welcome to the episode of the BRG podcast with your hosts, WarpedJester, that's myself, and the wonderful, the epically massive moose of the north.
It's me, Kirrok. Hi guys.
How's it going, Kirrok?
Awesome. How are you doing, buddy?
Aw, dude, I am scared shitless and hyper as all hell because holy fuck shit, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, so hot damn, this is actually our whole on official, like, we're doing it for realsies live show.
Yeah, man. I mean, how long has it been that we've been doing it pre-recorded? Only? Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
You did it. Yeah.
It's been a while now. Holy crap. I mean, we're 122 fucking episodes in, so that right there should give you a fucking clue, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right there. And now this is the very first one totally live.
Totally live. Which is great too, because we can actually talk to people now, which is great. So people can actually jabber us in the chat, and who knows, might even incorporate chat stuff into this. I don't know. I have no idea. If you guys don't already know, we did change the format. We did actually already go live with our other show, which is Defective Discourse. That was last Tuesday, and that's gonna be a once a month thing, unless it's really popular, and we'll do it maybe twice a month if we have the time for it. That's gonna basically take up all of our usual jibber jabber talky stuff that we normally would do kind of the second half of this show. So this show, no more gabbing about some topic piece that nobody really cares about necessarily. You can go not care on another show now. And actually it's great because you guys can be a part of it, which is wonderful. We have people actually talking and chatting about, so we enjoy that very much. Anyways, I digress. So tonight, guys, again, first live show, very excited about that. We're gonna go ahead and head through things here, and the idea and format we're doing now, we're gonna have headlines. It's gonna be a quick little teaser of things that are worth noting, not worth talking about. And then we'll go ahead and dive into the main news segments. We'll actually talk a little more in depth. Some news is worth kind of giving you a little more detail about. Some of it's not really so much. So we'll kind of go into the more details in the second half here. So I think that said, without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Alrighty, so let's go and dive into the news. Again, we're going to do the headlines here, and the first thing up on the headlines is going to be the NVIDIA GTX 1080 is finally under MSRP in the UK.
Oh, damn.
It's still overpriced here in the North Americas. Oh. So, sorry.
Oh my goodness. So also a new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer is out. And guys, oh man, does it ever look good. There's a release date for the 26th, and it's coming out on the Xbox One and the PS4.
Oh. I mean, very exciting, very exciting. Actually, I'm a little more excited about this. Amazon plans are now going to be $20 more than they were in the past. So if you have a Amazon Prime plan, it was $99. It's now going to be $119. Yay! Oh, wait, no, that's not the good part. Sorry. Oh, the good part is they're actually going to add in some perks for Whole Foods, because Amazon owns Whole Foods. And now they're going to give you 10% off when you're at Whole Foods. So at least there's a little bit of perk there if you happen to go there. I have no Whole Foods near me.
Dang.
Back.
On with gaming. Beyond Good and Evil 2, there is some early gameplay footage online. It's actually been revealed, and oh my god, guys, I have a huge heart on for this game, and I cannot wait for it to come in. I'm a little peeved that it's set at a different time frame, but I am hoping that Jade somehow makes a cameo.
I absolutely concur with you. I have no idea what you're talking about. But, yeah, sure, no problem. Hey, guys, remember that hack, that compromise with the Nintendo Switch?
Yes!
To hack it, and oh my god, the sky is falling. Well, people have hacked it, and what they do with that hack ability, they homebrewed it, and now you can play Nintendo Wii and Nintendo GameCube games on your Switch.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. So speaking of Nintendo, Steam Beta adds support for Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. And that's for... Yeah, I'm serious. This Pro Controller is actually a really good controller. I played hundreds of hours of Breath of the Wild, and that controller is a perfect one. It costs a pretty penny, but at least now you'll be able to play your PC games with it.
Or just
yeah. Carrying on... Battles of Westnoth. Those of you guys, I don't know if you remember this, Warp, but this is an old PC game, and it's going to hit Steam soon with a new campaign. It's actually the graphics are really old, but it's a great tactical strategy type game, almost like playing a chessboard game. I've played it on iOS, and I've wasted away the hours with it for quite a while. Well worth it.
Fair enough. I have never heard of it before, so what do I know? Hey, back on the news of Nintendo Labo, little caveat note, apparently it's doing absolutely piss poorly. It's just not selling for shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Which really sucks because people are doing amazing things with the tech, which is exactly what I was hoping for. The kits are great, but there's only so much you can do with them, and they're kind of kiddie in some sense. But this person decided to go ahead and use the motorbike Labo and modify it and wire it into a wheelchair. So now Nintendo Switch Labo can actually control this guy's wheelchair.
Oh, that's so cool.
The person in the background in the black shirt there is the one who created this.
Oh yeah, okay. Battlefield 1, you guys remember that game from EA? The very first DLC is coming out for Xbox and PC, and it's funny because it really died off really fast, but the DLC is coming out, and EA, I mean, they're giving it away for free. I'm wondering if these guys are just doing this to try and get in the good books of people, but these nice stunts, no, I'm sorry. They just won't work, you greedy bastards. They won't. I'm sorry.
Bullshit. People are stupid and forget things very quickly.
True, actually. Also, scientists create an ultra-thin membrane that turns your eyes into freaking laser beams. So far, they've only... Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool. It's like a really, really thin membrane that eventually gets adhered to a contact lens, which can actually be put on the eye. It's only been tested in cows as of yet, seriously. And the tech can be implemented in various fields such as security, biophotonics, photomedicine as well.
Into freaking
laser beams.
Why are they testing these on cows? Test them on sharks, people, because they will have sharks with freaking laser beams. Anyways, I digress. Hey, some news from the Express here. For all of you fans of Game of Thrones, winter is not coming this year. Sorry. Yeah, Game of Thrones Book 6 is not coming out this year. There's a whole bunch of reasons cited. I'm just going to say bummer, to be honest with you, because it would have been nice to actually see that shit. Just saying. Anyways, that's the headlines, guys. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the more meaty bits of things. We'll be right back. All right, so getting into kind of the bigger topics worth talking about here. We're gonna kick it off with the Cambridge Analytics is closing. But it solves absolutely nothing. So, in case you somehow forgot this already, because again, nothing personal to all of us, and I include myself on this, but when it comes to the tech world, we're kind of fucking goldfish. Once around the bowl, it's a whole new world, right? Cambridge Analytics is the group that decided to get into trouble with Facebook by getting a hold of a lot of user information and releasing it. and that didn't go over very well. But again, it's Facebook, and Facebook really hasn't taken a hit for that. But anyways, I digress. So Cambridge Analytics has actually closed its doors. However, it kind of hasn't. It's kind of another company name now. Basically, from what I've read on this article, well, not this exact article, but from what I read about this situation, they've basically closed their doors, and the parent company is...
It's them and their parent company, right?
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. It's the only way I can really describe this is they just realized that this name is now a soiled name.
Oh,
and
I
they don't want
gotcha.
to deal with it anymore. That said, the company in all its glory is still around. They just kind of relabeled themselves. But people are still going to be going after them for lawsuits and everything else, I'm sure. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not really going to circle around on that because any class action lawsuits that come up about this are going to be felonious anyway. I'm sorry, but nothing personal here. Class action lawsuits are a joke, and they're only around to make lawyers rich. Nobody makes any bank out of this.
Yeah, that's
it's a
true.
rare day that's actually worth you or my time to actually be a part of these kind of things. So... take it with a grain of salt, guys. Honestly, it is what it is, and that's about the end of it. Again, not to be mean, but it is what it is.
So I just figured I would bring this up because I think it's a little worth mentioning. Intel Kaby Lake X series CPUs are starting to be discontinued. So this was brought to you by Rock Paper Shotgun. So if you guys were, thinking lately, oh, you know what, I got to build a PC or I'm going to sink some money into building a new gaming computer, and you were looking at the X series chips, which are still the older Kaby Lakes, not the new Coffee Lakes that are out currently from Intel. Say, for instance, the i7-7740X or the i5-7640X. It's may not, well, I mean, since they're moving into the discontinuation process, may not be worth your while at this point. They are discontinuing the series of CPUs beginning in the month of May. So actually, I think it's in a few days that they begin the process. But the chips won't actually disappear from retail stores for quite a while still. They call it the Product Discontinuance Program Support. It begins, May 7th, and retailers have until November to get their last orders in. But last shipments are set basically for May 31st, 2019. So essentially, they're still going to be around for a year in stores. But they have until November to fill any orders in terms of retailers. But after November, if they go off the shelves, they're not going to be replenished.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Like currently, I have a machine that I built like 4 years ago, and I'm running a 4th generation Intel chip, and it's serving me well. But if I had to build a whole new machine that I wanted, like say refresh and get like a new VR computer, I wouldn't have considered these chips anyways myself. I probably would have gone Coffee Lake. Like if I'm going to do the,
I'm curious about the things like this. I mean, it's good to know that they're ending manufacture of these things, but the support is still there. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know if this series is one of the series that Intel has created updated microcode for to solve the meltdown.
Meltdown and Spectre.
And Spectre issues on. I didn't see any details on that, so I'm not sure if these are protected or if they've made the call to discontinue these because I know there's some chips. I don't remember which one.
Can't do anything.
They just can't do it, or they're not willing to. So, if these are ones that have been updated to get around those compromises, then okay. I mean, if you can get these on the cheap, and they've got the power you need for what you're building, then what does it matter? I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but for me personally, once I bought into a chip, a CPU. 99.9% of the time, I never upgrade the CPU. I usually, if I'm going to buy into a new PC, I usually put all my money into a good CPU and motherboard, and that becomes the core of my system. I'll update the video card, audio, things like that over time. But
I've basically done the same with my systems.
Yeah, I mean, so once you have it, you have it, right?
Yeah. But it's a good thing to know.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just things like that. I don't know what socket type these are, or if the newer ones are the same socket or not. So
no, I believe they are different.
Yeah, so
I can double check.
Basically, if they're running an older socket for some reason, then okay, you're locking yourself into an antiquated socket. And again, you can't upgrade your motherboard or upgrade the CPU without upgrading the motherboard. Maybe I'm an oddball. Maybe people out there really do, go motherboard high end, buy a cheap CPU to get started, and then maybe drop in a higher end one later. I don't know. Guys, help me out here. If you yourself are of that ilk, are you?
It's a 2066 socket, FCLGA 2066.
Shit, I'm getting old. That doesn't even ring to me. I have no idea.
I know.
What that is.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, when you had to worry about slot 1 or slot 2.
The pins were on the CPU. They were.
Hey, no shit, man. My first motherboard I've showed you guys before. That's a slot 1. That's an Intel slot 1. And I tried to go out and buy another CPU that was better. Came home, realized it didn't work. The reason it didn't work, because it was a fucking AMD slot, and I didn't realize, I was still a noob, didn't realize that they were slot A, not slot 1. So I had to go return it and get another one. But anyways, I digress. But yeah, so I mean, things like this, honestly, if you just want a solid gaming rig that can play, World of Warcraft, other things like that, these will still do it.
They'll still do it. Absolutely.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm maybe I'm missing the mark here, but other than things like VR, when it comes to games right now, Kirok, these
chips will still handle it. Yeah,
dude, CPU-wise, you just don't need a lot of beef anymore.
The Intel 4th Gen chips is what I'm using to run my VR and my main gaming computer, and they're fine. It works.
I mean, why would I bother worrying about too much?
Yeah.
It really, it's. I would still do an i7 series chip versus like an i5.
i5, yes.
But beyond that, I'd say if this is affordable, grab it and then go ahead and slot in and put your money into a good GPU card.
Video card.
Provided you live in the UK and I can actually afford one, because they're fucking way overpriced still. But anyways, on the topic of build your own kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the FTC has warned Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, and a few others about illegal warranties. And if any of you have ever had the notion to go ahead and crack open the plastic case on any of your devices, you'll see that infamous little warranty void if seal broken
Seal
sticker.
Broken, yes.
Xbox back in the day doing the outside certified service to put a larger hard drive in was a very common thing. Things of that nature. But anyways, the FTC went ahead and decided to remind the peoples that this is not okay. Now, we actually did a report about this a little while ago, not too long ago.
That's right. Yeah, we did.
But basically, with the FTC, that's the Federal Trade Commission for the United States, sent out formal letters to 6 companies regarding illegal warranty stipulations. Basically, what they're saying is, hey, guys, we've went ahead and we've actually pulled up your warranty information and read the information. Things
nobody
that none of us ever does.
Yeah, nobody ever reads them.
This is the FTC's job. They actually read it. And they said, yeah, you can't say this on your information because it's not okay. And again, this is actually per an already established law from years ago. This is not okay. You have the right to crack these things open. You own the hardware. You paid for the hardware. You're not leasing it. So therefore, you're allowed to. So basically, by the way, they said official companies. It was Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Hyundai, car manufacturer Hyundai, and HTC, as well as Asus.
Yeah.
These are the big ones. I'm sure there's probably others out there, but those are the ones that went after. It later contained a portion that read, warranty language that implies to a customer acting reasonably under the circumstances that warranty coverage requires the consumer to purchase an article or service identified by brand, trade, or corporate name is similarly deceptive and or prohibited. So basically, if in your warranty information you say, unless it's a HTC certified repair shop, you can't go to them, is basically bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. More so over, the FCC is not playing any games. They basically told the companies that you have 30 days, and then they will be reviewing your paperwork again to see if you've modified the language per their request. So, The FTC is like, nope, hell, nope, and
sorry.
nope. This is
It's
a
really
wonderful, wonderful thing, I think, because I'm very much square into like the maker mentality where you do it yourself, you learn how to take care of things. Hell, I'm redoing drum brakes on my motorhome, for crying out loud. Being able to repair your own stuff is very satisfying. I understand if you don't have the time or you're very scared of it, but learning how things work and how to modify things is very gratifying. This is why I love building my own PC.
Yep.
You know, my box here is something that I put together. I picked all the parts, I put everything together, load the operating system.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Plus, at the same time, you gain knowledge when you're doing that. So the next time you do it, if you do it, or go in to fix something, you can do it better. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kudos to FTC for this. I really do appreciate it, and good on you.
I knew you were going to like that topic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to carry on with, and this is awesome. Oculus Go standalone VR headset is now available. So it's been talked about a little bit now, and Oculus, the same guys that make the Oculus Rift, have now released, and you can go out and buy it, the Oculus Go. It's a standalone VR set for $199 US. Basically, it's a lot like the ones that you see from Samsung, like the Gear VR and so on. They go around your head, but they are self-contained. So you don't have to put a phone. You do not have to put connected to wires or to a computer. It is purely self-contained, and it's now out there available for purchase. So there are two models that they have available. There's a 32 gigabyte version, which is the $199 model. And then there is also a 64 gig version, which is the $249 model. So you can buy into either one, whichever you want. My personal thing has always been the bigger you go, the better. Always go bigger. Plus, for $50 more, you're getting double the amount of storage space. If you're seriously considering it, I would say go for the 64 gig. Yeah, your reaction is because you don't know how good it's going to be, right?
That's my problem right there.
So, and I agree with you because it is an inside-out headset. What is inside-out again? What did we talked about this before?
Inside out is where the headset tracking is contained within itself and not using satellite devices to get its bearings. So and I'm gonna be a little crass here. And again, full disclosure, I don't own a VR system, but I do follow up a lot about it 'cause I'm very interested in it. There is a big difference between real VR systems, like full-blown, you know, the real Oculus, the HTC Vive, the even the Sony PSVR. Here's the thing that makes me really worried about this. I've used Google Daydream type stuff, and it's cute and it's fun. But I really question about labeling this as Oculus, because Oculus is one of the two big names in VR.
That's
when you hear Oculus or Vive, it's the real deal. But these things have an umbilical cord coming off of them, and they are tethered to a very powerful system. That runs all the hardcore graphics and everything.
Yeah, figures out where you are in time and space. Time and space.
It's already hard enough to get the layman to understand that Google Daydream or Samsung's little VR thing isn't the same as like a Vive. If you played with Android's VR thing, that's cute. But you're not experiencing the same thing as like when people go, oh my God, VR is fucking amazing. They're talking about Vive. They're talking about Oculus. This has the name Oculus in it, and I think this is going to muddy the waters, to be honest with you.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So the thing is the experience won't be obviously as advanced as the Vive or the Rift, but the appeal here is actually quite obvious. It's a self-contained, free, considerably more affordable, no wires. So if people are hearing the buzzword VR, this is something that won't impact their pocketbook as much. And they might still be able to get a taste of that VR, not necessarily the full-fledged, full-blown experience. But you're kind of worried that might bring it down, right, a notch in terms of quality and what people expect VR to be.
It's kind of cute and all, but hey, here's the thing. Do you carry with you a camera and a flashlight and a day planner and your phone.
No, I carry just the phone.
Right. Why
Right.
why don't you carry everything else?
Well, because the phone does everything well. It does it all.
Yeah. Does my Google VR do what this thing does?
I don't know. Well, I mean, this is not going to be as good as an HTC Vive, or not going to be as good as an Oculus Rift. It's not.
So is it going to be better than Google Daydream?
I don't know. I don't know.
Samsung VR?
So I was inclined to answer that as yes because of the name Oculus.
And
that's your point. Exactly.
Your problem.
That's your point.
Right. And again, to be fair, I haven't played with this. I haven't even seen a review for this yet. So I have no idea how good, bad, or in between it's going to be. But this is the problem I'm having right now is if it's just kind of another mobile VR system, then it's just another mobile VR system. And it seems very backward. I mean, okay,
I get it.
It makes my head hurt. I'm sorry. I want to be excited about this, but
so if you guys are excited or interested, it's available on Amazon, at Best Buy, like brick and mortar stores, Newegg. You can buy them online. You can buy them in person. I imagine,
guys, if any of you play with this, let us know.
Let you try it. Yeah, actually, that'd be pretty cool.
I'd love to know. I would absolutely love to know. But hey, in other news, guys, let's talk about Nintendo again. Yay! So, remember the whole thing about, hey, Nintendo got hacked, sell your stock. Hey, wait a minute, people using the hack to play cool games, buy a stock Nintendo. Sell your stock Nintendo, they're being sued and might be blocked from selling the Switch in the U.S.
That's insane.
Dun, dun, dun!
Now, Canada.
So, we actually talked about Nintendo getting sued about patent things in the past, and oh my god, buy a Switch while you can because it might not come to the U.S. anymore because this patent violation supposedly is a big deal, and it's really kind of not. But anyways, okay, so what is this? What is a patent violation? So there's this wonderful company, I use that term very loosely, it's called GameVice. It's a company behind the WikiPad, which you can see right here is like a little weird joy pad thing that you stick onto a tablet or a phone. They also sell little individual controllers you can basically stick onto your phone, so you can have gaming controllers for your phone. Yeah, and they say the Switch's Switch controllers that snap onto the tablet is in direct violation of their patent, and their patent is a forgive me, but I've kind of looked at it, and granted, there's some technical jargon there, but for the most part, basically all it is a patent that says we can attach joysticks to a mobile device. That's it. That's their patent.
That's their patent.
You can see what this piece of shit looks like.
Yeah, it does look terrible.
It is hundreds of dollars. It has sold like buttered shit. And now they're trying to sue Nintendo and trying to block them so that they can't have Nintendo's. It's supposed to like hurt Nintendo, make them actually try to belly up and settle out of court quickly.
Settle out of court, exactly.
Nintendo has had a history of basically telling these kind of things to go fuck themselves and running their asses through court and chewing up all of their cash via legal fees. Nintendo's pretty solid with their patents as well, just for the record. Anyways, the product at issue is investigate the controller system for it. I think it's the U.S. Internal Trade Commission will basically decide to pay this. They're going to review it and very, very soon here and see if this does warrant blocking the Switch from being imported and sold in the United States while they go through this court battle. So that's all basically is, hey, for the duration of this court battle until things are sorted out, we can make the call to block what you're trying to sell if it's in violation or if we feel that it's valid enough.
I don't think they can do that because their product specifically is for as an accessory to a mobile device.
Yes.
Whereas the Nintendo Switch is loose controllers that connect to the main body of the same console that comes with it. It's not made to connect to a phone or
So
an
basically,
iPad
this company sells a Bluetooth connected controller that can be stuck
Yeah.
onto a mobile device.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the Switch is
a self-contained unit.
A wireless controller that can be stuck to the device. Makes perfect sense to me, Kirok. Thank you for clarifying that.
No, but it comes with it. When you buy a Switch, you get everything all in one because it's a console. It's a unit.
Luckily
as
for
opposed
us,
to
Kirok's not biased.
I'm damn it. I'll be their lawyer. No, I'm just kidding.
In my humble opinion, looking at the hardware they have and the way this company has gone, I call bullshit on this.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a variant to this that doesn't apply. I think this is another fine example of patents being way too broad and people trying to go after others just because basically what they have failed and now they're trying to make some money out of it somehow. That's my personal unprofessional opinion on that. That's the start and the end of it, to be fair. Sorry. It is. So anyways, yeah, so there's a turmoil of Engadget. You know what, guys? Let's do one more because this is actually kind of important. I want to make sure you guys are aware of this. So, in case you haven't heard this news already, Reuters caught on to an article regarding Twitter. Twitter urges all users to change their password after a glitch. Twitter says they found a bug that saved user passwords as plain text in the company's network. So it wasn't out in the world per se, unless somebody has managed to compromise Twitter's network. And at that point, look, here's, passwords.txt with everybody's password in plain text for you. Twitter did not say how many users this affects, but some sources from Reuters are saying that the number is substantial and that they've known about it for months.
Oh, great.
Oops! Now, Twitter is enforcing a password update, supposedly. I haven't been on Twitter in forever in a coon's age.
I updated mine.
I have no idea. But yeah, so long story short, please update your passwords because this is not a great thing. If you happen to reuse passwords for multiple sites, you shouldn't. Bad person. Bad. But you may want to change your passwords across the board then. The only thing I can really say to this is, really, Twitter? In 2018? Really?
It's just saving it as a plain text file.
Fuck me. Running sideways. All right. Anyways, guys, that's it for all the news we have here. I completely forgot when we ended the headlines here. I was going to let you guys know Kirok actually did us a solid.
Yes.
He done made us a games release. We actually know what the fuck is coming out this week.
Yes, I
did. Okay, guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another game releases. It's me, Kirok, for Bottle Rocket Gaming, and it's good to be back. I've been away for a bit, in pain, feeling ill, but I'm all good. I'm about 85% of the way there, and now we're going to get into the... What? We're doing it live? What? Oh, fuck it. And your first game is on May 8th. It is Conan Exiles for PC, PS4, Xbox One. It is an open world survival game. While this game has been a few years in the making, it's almost out. The launch trailer looks pretty good, but the graphics do look a bit dated. Regardless, though, the game is a sprawling open world just screaming to be explored. And also the game has a heavy hand in building your city, building your kingdom, and protecting it against fantastical creatures. I remember Conan back in the Arnold Schwarzenegger days when the movies were on the TVs and in the movie theaters and the girls with the huge fucking thing. And your next game, also on May 8th, is Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is out for PC and it is a role-playing game. There are basically two requirements here. First, you need to love the old-style RPGs type games, and second, you need to have loved the first Pillars of Eternity. If you meet that criteria, man, this game is a no-brainer. The game is full of rich visuals and lore, and if the original game made by Obsidian, same guys who make this game, is any indication of quality, then rest assured the second one's going to be amazing. Also on May 8th, your next game is Trailblazers. This is coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is a racing game. This game's visuals reminds me a lot of the famous Borderlands cell shading type, only it's a racing game. In fact, the racing in this game takes a page right out of the Wipeout series with hover cars. That's right, hover cars, not crafts, but cars. Because when you look at this, the cars that you're racing in look like old 60s automobiles. It's so cool. They hover, they fly. I think it's amazing. And your last game, guys, on May 10th is Lake Ridden. This is out for PC only. It is a story-driven first-person puzzle game. Having watched the trailer, the game reminds me of a cross between, say, Gone Home and What Remains of Edith Finch. Both those games were more story-driven exploration, but this one contains puzzles as well, which is pretty cool. The game has definitely piqued my interest, but I'm going to wait and see what the reviews are like before I decide to buy. And that's it, guys. We have come to the end of another game releases. Thank you all for understanding. My little hiatus there was a health thing. I really appreciate it for you guys accepting me back. And this is awesome, isn't it? We are doing this live from Twitter. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you again next week, and thank you for joining me. Bye for now.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you so much once again for joining us on our kickoff show here. It's very exciting and it's been a lot of fun so far. I've been, I'm sure there's a few little hiccups here and there, and please do let us know if you guys see issues with the stream quality or audio or things like that. Go ahead and yell at us in chat. I got thick skin. I can handle it. I do want to get this refined a little bit so it looks better for you guys, so you guys can actually enjoy it. So we do rely on you guys. We do watch chat as we're playing along here at home, so we appreciate that. So thank you so much, and thank you, Mr. Kirrok, for finally getting game releases back.
Yeah, it felt great to make it.
I didn't see the extra special in that. It's supposed to be extra special.
It was not super extra special. There were a couple of little things in there, but nothing major. So. So
you're gonna make us up to us next week, right?
Oh, come on. No. You'll get another game releases, and it'll be a good one.
Hey guys, again, I do appreciate your time here, and I do want to remind you that this wonderful podcast is but a small piece of the puzzle when it comes to BRG. BRG is a wonderful gaming community. We do a lot of random ass shit that happens to be built around gaming, but is also so much more. We have a lot of people who do live streams and whatnots and so on. And I encourage you guys to check us out. As a matter of fact,
Hamisu's in the chat.
Hey, Habisu! How's it going, my friend? How's it going? Hey, congratulations, sir, on getting hitched. I'm glad to hear about that.
Yeah, congrats.
It's a long road to hoe, trust me. Anyways, if you guys want to know more about the Bottle Rocket Gaming community, I highly encourage you to go ahead and head over to BottleRocketGaming.com. That is our main site now. It's a very simple and easy interface to go to. Plus, it has all the wonderful links and details you need for all the different things we have. This includes Discord, YouTube, Twitter, and so on. And I encourage you to click on all of those and come and say hi to us in all different myriad ways. Definitely our Discord for sure, because our Discord, we are always talking smack, doing funny things, having a good time. So make sure you come and check that wondrous stuff out. Also, of course, you guys should be here already, but we are on Twitch now, so you can actually come by and say howdy, and join us. As a matter of fact, if I hit play here, we'll see if we can screw things up. And no, I won't. I won't do that. I'll save you the headache of it. But yes, we do have a Twitch channel. Obviously, we're now live streaming this show as well as other shows on here. And when we're not live streaming directly on this channel, we do have people we like to host. Now, as for the shows that we have, being the podcast and also Defective Discourse that we do once a month now is our roundtable show. We will be loading all that content up onto our YouTube channel. So wonderful people of the YouTube world, we will still be loading this stuff into YouTube for you. So do not fret. We have not forgotten about it. We still love you very much. You are where we started. So yay for that. And of course, last but not least, guys, donations. We ask for donations in two forms here. One is be a part of our community. Come join us. You can be a part of the BRG community to come play games with us and whatnot, but we are looking for people to come help us out. Namely, people who can help us out, like being somebody who can head up our media branch and help us out in terms of finding places to promote BRG at or things like that. For the podcast itself, for example, we are looking for somebody who can TD or technically direct our show. That'd be somebody who would do all the scene switching we're doing along here. Instead of me trying to do it while I'm trying to talk to you, which would be kind of nice because that, makes my life a whole lot easier. It makes me very happy because I don't have to keep doing it because it sucks a lot. Yeah, so if you have the ability, great, kudos. If you guys want to be a part of the community, part of the shows, I definitely encourage you to head over to the Discord community and start chatting and talking to us and let us know. Likewise, if you want to take the easy route, so to speak, there is the armchair support aspect, which is going to be going over to our support page on Patreon, where you can sign up for a Patreon account at $1 or higher. We also do have a PayPal as well if you want to do a one-time donation, which we do appreciate. And, of course, we are on Twitch. You want to help us out, follow us. Follow us here on Twitch. Give us a thumbs up. Say hi-de-ho-de. We may partner and actually have the ability to do other things like subs and bits, all that later. And if we do, great, you can go that way as well. We do appreciate it. But this is a great way to start off right here. Or again, if you want to be a part of the community, that is the best part of all. So thank you once again, guys, so much. We do appreciate it. And we do this show weekly, every week, 10 p.m.
That's right.
Eastern. Yep. So if you want to join us for this, make sure you hit that follow so you know when we're going live. Put it on your calendar. Tell a friend.
Tell your friends. Let them know we're going to be live.
Stream it at a bar so people have to listen to us when they really don't want to. I'm totally down for that. Anyways, ladies and germs, again, I cannot thank you enough for all the help and what you guys have given us in the past. We're looking for a whole lot more, and we are very excited to be streaming live now. And just so you know, there's more shows up in this brain here. So once we get these kind of flowing cool, I may see if we can bring out a few other things and have a little more fun with that. So thank you again, everybody. And we're going to go ahead and go to bed.
Go to bed? Maybe. Yeah, okay.
Anyways, guys, have a good night. We'll catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you, Warp.
Bye.
Ah, shit.